when she took over the Air Force chimps, that was just a group of 21 chimps. And then when she took over the Coulson Foundation, that was another 266. One thing about Carole is she did not ever take no for an answer. If someone told her she could not do something, that was like the guarantee that she was going to make it happen.
Who sues the Air Force? You know, who thinks that that's okay and they can do it, but then who wins? You know, I mean, that was just such a monumental thing, but she so believed in what was right.
It was never about her. It was always about the chimps.
She was definitely a force to be reckoned with.
The Coulson Foundation was a very drab, dreary, isolating facility. Many of the chimps lived completely alone with 6 inches of concrete between them, could not touch another chimp ever. And then the rest of the chimps lived in small social groups. They were peer groups, so they were all little old ladies or teenage boys. So it still was not a normal chimp society. And the enrichment that they were provided was almost non-existent. I mean, they didn't get bedding, they didn't get toys. One of Carole's most, I think, well-known memories was a chimp named JB who was making a nest out of old uneaten monkey chow. He was just making a ring of pieces of, you know, what are kind of like dog food around him because he wanted to nest so badly.
Can you imagine having never have left your house? A really dirty, disgusting, small, dark, wet house and like never going outside, and can you imagine like just all of a sudden being here and with no bars? I mean, it must be like completely overwhelming, and for the most part they all adjusted really well.
You know, Dr. Noon sort of taught us we were their servants. So, you know, we were their maids and we were their butlers and we were their chefs and we were their servants. You know, we were here for them.
The chimps are overwhelming. There's so much going on and you just want to stare at them, but you can't because you're scrubbing. Because Dr. Noon's lurking around somewhere making sure you're working really hard. And
you know, this was her sanctuary and she wanted it ran her way.
She was a very demanding woman, but she didn't demand any more of us than she did of herself.
She focused on the chimps and their socialization and the protocols, the safety protocols and the feeding regimen and all the things that she knew best is what she focused her energy on. They're family. So when one passes, it's no different than losing a human family member.
we have kind of like our own funeral, you know. We get to hold their hands and give them kisses and hugs and give them flowers, and I like to make them big nests and cover them with blankets, and we give them a key so they can get out. They know when we lose a chimp. They knew when Dr. Noon left, and Air Force over there, they made a few calls, but then it was really quiet. It's usually really quiet when they die. It's like they're a little more in tune with the energy of the world than we are, and I think they feel it.
They drove around the property with Dr. Noon before leaving. And when they got to the gate wouldn't open. So.
I think the best memories I have of her are just when she was with the chimps. She was so different. She just kind of had this like super calm energy.
When she started, it was, you know, she had these rough and tumble chimps, and she hired rough and tumble people to work with them. You know, it was, and so she gave people a second chance.
She would make sure that the chimps whose health was failing would be the first ones to get here. But, you know, I mean, that's the magic of Save the Chimps. That's the magic that Dr. Noon believed in. Give them space and freedom, give them love, give them dignity, and, you know, they can overcome. So yeah, she taught me that too.